By the time you reach 60, social expectations often narrow into two paths. You either fade into the background, or you overcompensate by becoming the loudest person in the room. Genuine respect at this stage of life isn't something you can demand through volume. It is a byproduct of a very specific, deliberate kind of presence. To achieve this, we're going to walk through a 4-step physical drill. It is a repeatable sequence designed to be practiced in front of a mirror or a smartphone camera. Mastering this specific chronological timeline prevents the instinct to rush. By controlling the rhythm of your own movements, you establish a baseline of composure before you have even said a word. Step 1 is about establishing your practice space. Set up a recording device and practice the act of walking through a doorway toward a fixed point. This is your physical anchor. Your feet should be planted, your shoulders dropped, and your hands resting naturally. When you review your footage, look for nervous micro-movements, shifting your weight or repeatedly adjusting your glasses. These habits signal to an observer that you are reacting to the pressure of the environment rather than existing comfortably within it. Maintaining physical stillness demonstrates that you are not searching for external validation or checking the room for approval. Step 2 focuses on the exact moment you cross the threshold into a new environment. Many men fall into a reactive gaze, where the eyes start rapidly across the room. This looks as though you are seeking immediate social safety. Instead, use the active observer technique. This is a slow, sweeping gaze used to evaluate the room on your own terms. This also means avoiding the common habit of pulling out a smartphone to look busy. Using a screen to avoid eye contact signals a need to hide. When you move without nervous tics and observe without reacting, you signal to others that you are a stable point in the room. Eventually, someone will approach you. This is the critical moment to begin the engagement drill. The first phase is a mandatory 2-second pause. When asked a question, do not answer immediately. Use an internal count to overcome the reflex to fill the silence. This pause signals you are processing the interaction rather than reacting. The second phase involves your volume. By speaking slightly quieter than your conversational partner, you encourage them to lean in and focus more closely on your words. However, ensure your voice remains clear. If you drop to a whisper, the effect becomes confusing rather than authoritative. The final phase is eliminating upspeak, where statements end with a rising pitch, making declarations sound like asking permission. Contrast this with a downward inflection. Ending on a lower note changes speech from a suggestion to a firm decision. Review your own recording specifically for these 3 vocal markers: the pause, the volume, and the inflection. Demonstrating this level of vocal control shows that you own your time. It signals that you are not rushing to satisfy the expectations of others, which encourages your conversational partner to follow the pace you've set. The final step is the extraction, the moment you choose to end the interaction. Once the relevant information has been shared, use a concise script. A simple, "It's been a pleasure, I'll see you soon," is sufficient. Deliver the line, give a brief nod, and immediately pivot to walk away. Resist the urge to linger or wait for a signal that it's okay to leave. Adding filler words at the end of a conversation suggests a lack of confidence in your own departure. Staying past the natural end of an interaction dilutes the impact of your presence. A clean exit ensures that your time is viewed as a valuable resource. These 4 steps form a repeatable system you can take into any social environment. To recap the sequence, establish your physical anchor, enter as an observer, use the engagement drill, and execute a clean exit. Next, apply this framework at your next gathering. Put the theory into practice and watch how the room responds to your composure. Respect in your 60s is a result of grounded presence. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel, and let's discuss your biggest social hurdle in the comments. Stay grounded.